Thank you, Senator Antic. Senator Urquhart.
Thank you, Madam Acting Deputy President. I just wanted to say a few words this evening about a very special day that I had last week visiting the West Coast of Tasmania, a place that I love and try to get to whenever I can. I was given the opportunity to visit the set of an SBS series called The Tailings, which had been filming in and around the town of Queenstown for about 6 weeks. Queenstown has generously embraced the 98% Tasmanian film crew, providing homes and filming locations and warm hospitality. And the economic stimulus from this film shoot, the number of bed nights and meals served, has been vital to a town pushed by the edge of the COVID recession. A big thank you to producer Liz Doran and the whole team working on The Tailings. I can't wait to watch the series on SBS next year and to see that amazing wild landscape on our screens. Students from the local school, Mountain Heights, were enthusiastic participants in the filming, acting as extras in many scenes, and the school itself embraced this novel learning experience. I visited the school the next day to participate in a mentorship program they are running for their students. The West Coast of Tasmania is wild, remote, rugged and challenging. That challenge is not just one of geography. Like many communities established through mining, it's a boom or bust sort of place. Queenstown's mine, Mount Lyell, has ground hundreds of thousands of tonnes of copper and other minerals out of the earth, helping to build the economy of Tasmania, and it is powerfully linked to the life of the town. The mine, established in 1893, is currently closed but could soon have a new owner, so hoping for a good news story. It has been shut down and sold and reopened on several occasions, often putting the future of the town in peril. It has been the scene of terrible tragedy and loss of life, leaving families and whole communities shocked and grieving. Over 127 years, the fortunes of this town have waxed and waned. Mineral prices have surged and crashed. Recessions, depressions, tragedies and wars have taken their toll. Booms have created salad days, new families have moved in, new communities from around the world and new ideas. This points to the special strength and resilience of West Coasters. They have built other industries to broaden their economic base. Tourism is now a key driver for the West Coast, but the COVID-19 shutdown has impacted tourism operators heavily. Queenstown is also now the scene of some of the most vibrant arts projects in Tasmania. It's home to the biennial, unique and extraordinary Unconformity Festival, led by Queenstown-raised Trav Tiddy. It is home to artist Ray Arnold and his collaborators at LARC, Landscape Art Research Queenstown, which investigates through art the contested space of the West where wilderness meets the technological forces of the mining, forestry and power industries. It is impossible not to have your heart captured by this place, but its raw beauty, its scarred landscape, its wonderfully fickle weather, its storytellers, its mysterious places, its extraordinary history and its resilient, determined people. Its beauty is both complex and challenging as its economy. The West Coast is a youth unemployment hotspot. Tasmanian youth unemployment is likely to reach 25 to 35% by the end of the year. Chronic disease is rife. There is a disgraceful shortage of allied health services such as pain management, occupational therapy, physiotherapy, diabetes education and management. In the face of such adversity stands a strong community that loves its town and its unique sense of place. Mountain High School is a kindergarten to year 12 school located in Queenstown, catering for approximately 210 students. It has a magnificent committed staff who work every day to maximise opportunities for its students and ensure that they leave school with skills to face life with tenacity, resilience, skill, entrepreneurship, inquiry and hope. It is an amazing cohort of students, the students who recently so enthusiastically embraced their role as extras in the Tailings film shoot. I want to commend all at Mountain Heights High for having the vision to run a mentorship program inviting community members and people like me in to share their stories, listen to the students and encourage them with their endeavours. As a factory worker and union organiser and now a senator, I deeply understand the importance of assisting people to be able to tell their story, find their voices, seek the support they need, work cooperatively with others, develop a vision and work towards it. acquiring the skills needed to realise it, even if it takes years of tenacious advocacy and planning. So now I come to 14-year-old Jed. I was paired with Jed for the mentoring program. I got to hear his vision and plans, and I was granted the privilege of questioning and encouraging him and sharing what my life story might be useful to him as he shapes his future. Jed is a way off from knowing what he wants for his future career, but he knows this. His grandfather had a lathe that he had loved and gifted that lathe to his grandson. Jed had loved learning how to use his grandfather's lathe. Looking to make some pocket money and finding out the possibilities of his lathe, Jed started making pens out of Tasmanian timber offcuts, and we know that Tasmania has so many beautiful and remarkable timbers. To complete his pens, Jed borrowed $150 from his father to purchase the pen inserts. He practiced and practiced on the lathe and learnt to make his pens, and then started selling them to his teachers at school. In doing so, he learnt fine woodworking skills. He has learned how to do some basic marketing of his pens in his community. He's paid back the $150 that he borrowed from his dad. He also learnt that he wasn't making much money at all after he paid for his materials and repaid his loan. So now, with encouragement of the mentorship group, and I did give him a little bit of a nudge, he's learning to properly cost his product so that he can earn something from his hard work in his fledgling business. Jed has also learnt that he loves working with his hands to make things, and when he leaves Mountain Heights School, he wants to gain an apprenticeship. After the session, I was left reflecting on all the skills that Jed is acquiring through this project: budgeting, costing, estimating overheads, managing a business loan, marketing, customer relations, all the maths and communication skills he is practising, as well as the fine skill of turning beautiful Tasmanian timber on his grandfather's lathe. And I was also left reflecting on the positivity of a school culture that brings that project into his learning framework and strengthens it. It was a salient reminder to me of our job in this place, to ensure that our public education is well funded and strong, to ensure that remote communities like Queenstown have decent resources in healthcare and services so that they can continue to raise their families and make a good life in Queenstown, to ensure there is decent work for Jed's parents and siblings, and to absolutely ensure when Jed is ready to leave Mountain Heights School and move on to the next challenge in his life, there is an apprenticeship for him to go to in a prospering enterprise supported by a rebuilt TAFE system that can give him the training that he wants. I want to thank Jed and his school, his classmates, teachers, and especially his grandfather. And I want to thank the people of Queenstown for their usually warm welcome last week. As I drove out the school gates, I noticed the sign carefully placed to be read on departure. It said, "There's a future version of me who's proud I was brave enough." May that apply to Jed, his West Coast community, and to all of us in this place.
Thank you, Senator Urquhart.